Hi everyone, Arthur and Fiona here, Love for Life. It's the 19th of October 2016. Doing a quick shot of the latest updates to the Food Forest Veggie Garden. There's Fiona. This is, you'll see we've got hardwood down here. This is where we've ripped the old boxes down made out of pallets, the old pine ones, and we've been using the pallets from hardwood, and where we're running out we're buying hardwood. We built these new boxes down the side of the house, removed all the pots, and in here we've got about 4-6 inches of fungi material, which is rotted wood chip that's been coming from our ground, and all our beds are getting it, and I'll show you some of that, how that works, is getting the fungi material. It's part of the process of improving the soil quality.
And what we're going to put in here is tomatoes, especially because they love this wall here. This is the western wall, and the sun goes on the wall, and it just, even now I can put my hand on there and it's really warm. And in the evening in summer you can walk past here and you just feel the heat coming out of the wall. So for tomatoes that will be perfect. We've also got some broad beans that are probably a little late here, but our brassicas, which we've got all up here, have just turned into dinosaurs. Which is what we've been waiting to achieve, and is basically the result of Aidan coming along and helping us with the soil science, with getting all the soil life, the microbial life active in the soil, and this is the result. I mean, these leaves are like umbrellas. You can take one for a meal practically.
Yeah.
They're just beautiful, really vital, really green.
We have half a foot of that fungi material in the box, and then we use the inoculation system for the composting that we're putting on top. But there you are. This gives you a quick rundown.
Another thing we're focusing on a lot this season is trying to get more flowers into the garden, make it look prettier. At the front we have lots, and we'll continue to put more of the natives, which are looking stunning, but just trying to get a few more things around that look really pretty.
Lots of herbs.
Yeah, lots of herbs.
We're going to have multiple hundreds of flowers, of edible flowers too.
This, we've got thyme, we've got savoury, we've got hyssop. This is an oregano one we just transplanted from one of the beds we're rebuilding. Yeah,
which you'll see now. We'll come around there. We're going to do this quick video, guys. So, but you know, from our vision, we've got berries and all kinds of other stuff growing around here.
We're here are the berries coming out. We can't wait for all those flowers to turn into young berries, because they were delicious last summer.
We're going to make a big hardwood frame in here to really make it look good and help these guys grow big and strong. Made a cupboard, which Gary actually came here. He's a carpenter. He was here for a few months, and he actually helped build these boxes down here on the house. And he helped do a lot of the upgrading with the rest of us, and helped start the shelf. And we finished it off because Gary moved on with his kids, and so you can see a bit of it here. And the timber you're seeing going up the top of these boxes, we're going to connect it, and they're going to run up and then down over to the fence, either as an arch or in a sort of like a pyramid shape, and structurally set it up, nothing touching the house to damage the property, except partly to the fence. We've got some screws in the fence, and that we'll have the white netting to keep out the white butterflies in here, and underneath it, with the structural work we do with polypipe and timber, we'll have tomatoes growing up inside it, and cucumbers and pumpkins and whatever else, and make an absolute jungle in it. That's part of our plans. Those of you out there who want to come and help and get involved to help demonstrate what it's going to take to create a food forest garden, a suburban backyard, especially a rental property, come and get involved. We can do with all the help we need. This is another box that we've upgraded with Gary's help and others, Aidan and Fiona and this man. And you can see all the timber. You see boxes where we haven't done the bottoms. We're going to pull out all the bottoms down there. You can see where the black plastic's still coming through, and we're going to upgrade all those and finish them off.
And over here we've got this bed that's gone crazy with both normal sort of spinach, like chard-like things, and we've also got these what's called warrigal greens that are a native, and they're also called New Zealand spinach, and they're incredible. These were just a few ratty plants we got from a nursery, and they're basically, if you can see, all along here, all up the window. They've absolutely gone berserk, so we're hard pushed eating as much spinach as we can to try and get through it all. The broad beans were around. You'll see we've put a new box up the other end, and all these broad beans along here, as you can see down the path, were up there, so we've moved them temporarily. We're just starting to eat them. Look, here's a beautiful little one, which which is really nice. They're lovely and young and tender, and they really people would think, oh, you can't eat them raw, but actually they're delicious. Just put them in when they're really little, you can even eat the pods, but as they get a bit bigger, we pod them and just put them in salads with mushrooms, tomatoes, things like that, and nice dressing, and it's delicious. Really nice.
A red currant. We're going to plant a black currant in the next wine barrel down there. We haven't found one yet. We're trying to get a hand to the black currant. Gary actually helped turn the pallets we had here for years into a bench using decking timber, black butt, and did a great job. We're very grateful, Gary, for this. You made a difference to a lot of people here who are going to come and work in this garden and appreciate it. And all the other things you've done here, Gary, which is good. And you would have noticed down the fence it's got lattice all the way through there. Put lattice all the way up, which we did. Got all that done. And these boxes, they're all being upgraded. Bottom still to be done. And then we've got all these boxes that have only just been finished in the last 3 weeks. We've had to move one of the bottom gutters over. Here's a box where we're just winding up. Most of the structural work's done. You can see how we do the black plastic on the inside. We use 50 by 50 hardwood stakes, and then hoop iron. So there'll be a hoop iron between this one here and there. I'll show you in the middle sections where there's hoop iron. You can see some hoop iron down there running through, and there's hoop iron up here as well. There's a sign of it down there. You'll see some hoop iron over there. So these boxes are built with hardwood now. They're really nice solid hardwood, and they should last us for many, many years. So we've been doing a lot of heavy work. And
we've also got our wormwood that is amazing. We trim it back every year, and it just back to sort of sticks about this high, and in spring it just goes amazingly well. We've got lots of herbs coming in here as well. Behind these are water storage, these big green things that you can see. We're making this into more of a herb bed. The apple mint coming through, that time has doubled since we planted it in there. Yeah. And this huge rosemary, everything, since we've just been improving the soil, everything has just doubled in size.
Except for our celeries, our type of celeries.
We're still not very good at celery.
We're still not. We're having a lot of issues with celeries.
Yeah, we've also got in this little herb patch, we've got a curry plant and some Chervil over there, and also the apple mint, of course, trying to take everything over. There's some yarrow under there too.
Yeah, and we'll go around quickly show you the hothouse. The gutters of these bays we've got. Oh, by the way, all the wood chip we've been digging up for 3 years. Here it is in here in this bay, and that's what we're using to fill up the beds at the top. The compost that we make on top. And if you have a look at this shot here, I actually wonder if I can show you where I saw a shot of it. I'll show you later what I mean. If you look underneath this wood chip, you'll see the thickness, and we dig it all up, and it's phenomenal. The actual hothouse where Fiona's opening up, Gary made these doors out of pallets. They're pine. It's a bit of a challenge to straighten some of them. They didn't warp, but he succeeded in it. And we've used this sort of heavy, dense plastic we got from Bunnings and fly screen from Bunnings. And you can see the whole thing up top, which is we've got the vents in now with that plastic. And we've got the doors. And Gary did a fantastic... Yeah, we just open close it. And we've bought 14 Venetian blinds to put up, which I'll show you inside. We've done gravel inside the hothouse. And hardwood timbers on the entrances. We're probably going to extend that out to make it a bit easier. But inside the hothouse, we also got this steel shelving system down here. I don't know if you can see all that here or not. But we got from Bunnings on their promotion specials for a couple $100. And we've got a few more of these we're going to bring in here and stack them all in here. But up top, we've got these Venetian blinds in these cardboard boxes. And they're going to go from somewhere around here, if you can see my finger, and they're going to go up to the middle. And they'll be able to open and close with the hanging thing. And we're going to have them on both sides of this hothouse. And that will try to control the direct sun when it gets very hot.
Because we've already had days when it's got some hot spring days that it's just got boiling in here, and we realise in the heat of summer our hothouse is too hot. We need to be able to shade, create some shade, as well as having the airflow. We've got the airflow sorted out, so we can have the screen doors open at both ends and the vents and let air circulate, but it's just too hot for some of the babies in here.
And this is the first season too that we're actually producing pretty much everything ourselves.
That's true. We've only bought, we only bought a few herbs and bought some of the natives, but basically everything is coming out of this hothouse. It's incredible. Just lettuces, lots of brassicas, lots and lots of herbs. There's lots of little tomatoes down here. I think these are Aiden's bush tomatoes.
Yeah, Australian bush tomatoes.
There are some
type of Australian bush tomatoes.
So we've got tomatoes coming everywhere. So the plan being that by the time we put them in the garden, they're already a couple of feet tall, so they get a head start.
I'll just shut this door and we'll go to the other side.
Keep the beasties out.
Yep, let's go through.
Oh no, these are the bush tomatoes.
Oh, they're the
Look
bush.
at them. They're spiky. They're amazing. So they're waiting to be potted into bigger pots.
Yeah, but we can get frost here till like mid-late November.
Yeah, we had two last week.
Yeah, and we're not. Yeah, so
These are all chilies. A lovely man from Shell Harbour, who's come to visit us a couple of times with his wife. These are all their chili seedlings. They plant lots every year, and they gave us all these beautiful chili seedlings, 3 different types. So we're going to be in chili heaven.
Yeah. So that gives you a bit of an idea of what's happening here in the hothouse. So we have an enclosed hothouse now. We may have to improve the ventilation, may even have to put something like a solar vent in it as well, with fan, try and help the circulation, but we'll do the fly screens first, then we'll go from there. And then the compost system, well, we're using the 18-day method that, what's it called again? I've forgotten it, I keep forgetting.
Berkeley.
It's called a Berkeley. We've still got the 3-month period that Aiden last time made the big inoculant system, and that's actually in those bays down there. And we use it for our brewer, with our brewer to make our microbial teas for folio spray. And as we're preparing the beds, we're moving some of the soil up here and some extra. We have a co-op in the area, and we're able to go in and collect all heaps of straw.
Just stuff that's fallen down on the ground.
And we get that every week.
And so we save them the trouble of picking it up, and it helps us. Yeah. This is our new big bed we created here, which is where all those broad bean pots were. So that's just another big growing area for us. We've made it a sort of horseshoe shape, so as it's very big, so we can get inside it and work in all areas. Yeah,
and all the beds down this side are all going to be upgraded soon. And but we'll show you more on the videos later of those sort of things. The one thing I did want to show you, there's more seedlings here which are not frost affected, so they've been sitting here along the window. Just want to rush this video so it doesn't drag on. I was trying to show you, like, down there, the brick, you can just see it.
Here, the rotted wood chip.
Now in most places it's a lot thicker than this.
Yeah.
And
it just breaks down to like this amazing sort of soil.
It's like the humus in a forest.
And a lot of it has the fungus in it, the mycelium fungus in it, which you can see, but when it's white, this one hasn't got any. And it just smells like a forest. It's amazing. Yeah.
So we're about to do this bed here now. We're digging right down to the ground and opening it up, and you can see how we've done it. And so food production is going to improve even more and make everything a lot more practical. So, and the only other thing is just quickly show around the other side. We won't worry about all the other beds. We'd like to get all these guys finished before sometime in December, but that depends if we get some extra manpower to help us. We've got a native ginger that kept out of the frost still, and some avocados that are still affected by frost.
And they spent the winter in the hothouse.
Yeah. A lot of plants were kept in the hothouse. Okay, so let's have a look at that. And then we'll quickly, you got all our broad beans here too, heaps in pots still.
Broad beans.
We love broad beans, guys. We all love it. This temporary shed's coming down roughly where the beginning of that shed is. There are 2 5,000 round corrugated water tanks going in, made out of plastic. And on the other side of the fence, another 2, so they'll all be sitting side by side. It'll give us 20,000 litres, and we'll be able to collect water. All those landy trees are still to come down. All that's what we're planning to do over the next month or so. Again, come and help us. We need all the help we can to take the trees down, take them to the tip in the trailer. We're going to build garden boxes in here. and you have fruit trees with sort of like the garden box. We have sort of like cul-de-sacs in it, where we can put the fruit trees in, of all types of fruit trees. These are some of our pots.
And some of these are more natives and flowers waiting to go around the garden, more natives to go out in the front section.
Yeah.
Just to keep
And we've got heaps of those.
jungle out there.
We've got heaps of those. And we'll quickly just, because we've planted a lot of stuff, there's a lot of more natives getting planted, and actually non-natives, like poppies. I think there's a yellow poppy flowers, I think, or some type of poppy flowers. We have strawberries all growing in here now. Berries are coming up that lattice. And but anyway, that'll come in another video, I guess. We'll check that. And as far as all the flowers, you can see all the pots. We've still got so many to plant, which we're doing over this next.
Although some of that beautiful calendula is actually planted in that box.
Yeah.
It lives there. It looks stunning. Calendula all around the garden's looking amazing.
Yeah. And we get, and next to the calendula is the kiwi fruit. That one on that side is the
That's the
male.
I think.
Is it?
It just unfortunately
It got hit by frost.
Hit by this late frost.
Yeah.
The leaves had come out.
Yeah.
And as you can see, here's an example of the frost damage. This is a leaf that's fine. These were looking like that, and now they're crispy and broken. It was just from 2 mornings of frost that we had last week. So
Yeah,
never mind,
in
they'll fall
mid-October.
off and grow again.
And there's a nice native purple flower that's
Yes.
just appeared.
Yeah,
And,
beautiful.
and all kinds of things. These are all going to be planted. You know, any serious guys who want to help with planting, who know what they're doing, I mean, do come and help us. And there's a lot more coming. We've got a lot more coming to hang. We want to have the whole arbour be absolutely saturated in not only kiwi fruit, but native climbers and flowers and of all types. We just want to really absorb the power of the inspiration of the garden. And in here we've got natives growing that can handle shade. We've got 2 peaches. That's the peach there, and there's another peach over there. Both of them have been struggling, but we've been giving them DE, and they're actually recovering very quickly. They've been, I don't know if it's to do with the frost as well, we're not sure. But and the mulberry is rocking and not being affected by the frost.
Well, it did actually.
Oh, actually, no, you
look,
can see it.
Also, some of it got.
Yeah, you're
It
right.
got attacked by the frost the other morning.
Didn't see
but-
that till now.
Yeah,
Wow, it must have been a really cold frost.
it was quite a bit.
What did we get down to -5 or something?
Oh, it was -1 in the morning. No, 1 in the morning.
Was it?
1 degree. It wasn't that big.
Anyway, these guys will recover. The front part of the garden, we also made this small bowl of rock pool, you could call it, and we caught fish from the ponds. Now, this thing got heavily frosted over, really heavily frosted over, and I thought, oh, well, with all the fish will be gone, we'll be dead. Well, amazingly, and maybe this is what they normally do anyway, but about a week ago, about 14, 16 fish appeared, and probably 20, 30 freshwater snails. So there's a world in there that's working. So now that I know that this works, we're going to take this to probably up to 6, 10 times the size. Same depth, not so deep, but much longer, and build it probably somewhere over there, around that tree over here, in that area somewhere, deep in there somewhere, and give them a world of their own, and bring more for the frogs as well. So that was really exciting. For me, that was a huge lift, really. And a lot of the fruit trees we've planted, they're still battling. I mean, they're not really high quality rootstock. These are just average stuff standard stuff we've been buying either from Bunnings or from other nurseries, just general stuff. But with the inoculant systems and all that, we're trying to get an improvement in them. I was wondering if you could go and put that in the garage too, so we can show the brewer. And by the way, here's all the timber. This is from the main management that runs Bunnings, who built a relationship with for many years, and they're looking after us now. And these are the pallets they use for their promotions, and when they're done, they put them away for us. And now, roughly once a month, we come and collect them, and this is what we use for the building our beds. When we run out, we buy timber, and you can see the types of different timbers we're using: 150 by 25s, 100 by 25s. 50-50 stakes, and then we also, in those boxes, we have 4, 5, or 6 rows of case pine, which is protected by the plastic, so we don't have to blow lots of money on hardwood. The other thing to show you is the brewer here in the garage. Each of all the I'm sure some of you are already aware of this. This is this inoculant system. We've got an air pump that goes in to here, and we put about 180 litres of water, which we dechlorinate by leaving the pump up for a couple of hours, and down in there, and then we put our inoculation compost from at the back, plus rock dust, seaweed, and other goodies, humates, fulvic acid type stuff, and when it's ready to go after 24 hours, we folio spray it into the garden. So and down to the end, lots of natives coming through, flowering. We're going to introduce more and more.
And this beautiful lavender plant is an example of what happens when you actually put some love and care and good food into a plant, because this has actually been here since we've been here, and because we did nothing out in the front garden, it's just been this sort of dried up stick that flowered a little but was really very unhealthy, and just from last year it has now burst into this amazingly vibrant plant. It goes all the way down here, the colour's incredible, and it's just, and the poor thing after just surviving for 10 years, and now it's just burst into all its glory just because we've fed it and watered it a bit.
Yeah. Now we also have a lot of kangaroo paws starting to come back. They would have been getting smashed by the frost. You can see signs of it here.
Yeah, but here they're getting leaves again.
And all the new leaves are coming through. And what we're going to see, we should start to see the birth of the second season of kangaroo paws. And if this all works well, and we've had some pretty heavy frost this season, we should be right with kangaroo paws in a 2,000-foot climate. So you can do it, guys. Kangaroo paws can survive. So far, we've only lost a couple out of the 10, 15, or maybe 25 we've got here.
And we've lost a few other plants to frost, but some of them look like they might actually be coming back, despite the fact that they looked dead. They're showing a few signs of life, so we're hoping that some of them will come back.
And you can just see we're going to add more now. Some have died, some of our creepers have died by the frost, and we've had others that have suffered because of whatever has happened here, whether it's our negligence. And have to move out of the way from cars. And then down here we've got some more natives, flowering native mint down the back. Is that? Yes, native mint.
Native mint.
Purple flowers,
shade,
grevilleas, various types of flowering. Oh look, last season's paper daisies coming through down there. But we lost some of those to the frost and whatever.
And some of these, you'll see the odd kale plant out here that they just grew by themselves out of the compost and actually done very well. So
we've been eating from those. Some of seeding we're going to take out. But anyway, you can guys, you can see what we've done here. This video's going a bit longer than probably what we wanted. We'll do another video in a few months after we've done all the excessive planting out the front and out the back. Bring more colour and beauty and edible foods through the garden. And then over the other side. How you going, mate? Good, mate. Good. We're just doing some propaganda videos.
I know. I was very tempted to go, get up there, bloody hippie.
This is our neighbours. And that's about it, guys. So I'll catch up to you another time. All the best. Bye-bye.
Within our world, watching dreams without blue skies floating by. Why are the grey clouds forming overhead? Forming overhead. I'm trying to breathe. I'm following the path start? Why do my dreams keep moving out of sight? Moving out of sight. Sunshine that I seek shines faintly through the smoke. Layers of fantasy, images that blind us to our lives, blind us to our lives. And I'm trying to see, I'm juggling with my things, I'm struggling with the cold. And I'm spinning in a vortex of burning words, of burning words. Ooh, and my head's on fire. Oh, where's the love inside my heart to wake me up from storyland, from a deep sleep? We'll save the forest, we'll save the mountains, we'll save the ocean when we save our lives. We'll save the children, we'll save the old ones, we'll save our earth when we save our lives. By doing no harm. Ooh. We're living for the love that lights up in our hearts. We're living for the dream of a world of do no harm. We're living for our kin, our tribe of conscious men. We're living for the truth, no more waiting for saviors.